Hi guys, I'm Kai. I'm actually just doing a thing on my eyes. I'm going to be using some Mary Kay product and some e.l.f. product and some stuff like that. So I'm just going to go through and just do a simple eye makeup and stuff like that for you. Alright, so first I'm going to start with the Mary Kay. I put a moisturizer on, and it was actually this. It's the Mary Kay Time Wise Age Fighting Moisturizer. And it's a really great product. Um, it's for normal to dry skin because I have very dry skin. So I applied that. And now I'm going to be applying a Mary Kay primer. This is a foundation primer. And when it comes to my foundation and my primer and my bronzer, I'm going to be doing half of my face first and then I'll finish the other half because I want you to see the difference. So let me go ahead and apply this. And this I just apply with my fingers. And you only need a small amount, so I use about that. And I just put it on my face. Alright, use a little bit more. And what this is going to do is it's going to fill in any divots, any wrinkles, any big pores, and it's going to give you a smooth layer to work with, so it's actually going to even your complexion out, which is great because it gives you a really great airbrush look. So the next thing I'm going to be applying is the Time Wise Luminous Wear Liquid Foundation, which is one of my favorites because I get really great coverage with it, and so I'm using it in normal to dry, so it's going to give me a glossy, shiny look, so it's going to make me look like I'm more moisturized than I am. And I'm actually an Ivory 6, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on. And in doing so, I'm going to use our Mary Kay liquid foundation brush. And it's really great because it's easy to clean. I use baby wash because it's very mild, and I just wash it out and I get a fresh start. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. So I literally just like airbrush it on. Like I said, I'm only going to do half my face, so gotta use a different mirror. And I apply it over the top of my lid as well because I have really veiny eye lids, and so I apply it up here as well. And so you just blend, always blend into the hairline and always blend down. And I do very quick movements because I want it to look airbrushed, and that's what's going to give you that technique. Alright, so this is half of my face. And so you can already see the difference. This is the one that has it, and then this is the one that doesn't. And so you can tell very not so great on this side, and then I'm very like pure on this side, which is awesome. So now actually the next thing that I'm going to do is a highlighting pen from Mary Kay. And what that does is it eliminates any dark circles or things like that. So like any puffiness, it basically is just like an eliminator. And I'm actually a 3. And so that's what it looks like. You just apply it, turn it, it's going to come up. But you're going to go ahead and I'm going to apply it on the same side that I did the blush. I mean the foundation. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that underneath the eye. And you don't need a whole lot, so just a tad bit right like that. But you're going to go ahead and smear it in. And I use my finger. And what's great about this stuff is it has a tint of pink. And so it's like an immediate difference. And I apply it a little bit lower because I have a bag look. So this is what it looks like. Like I said, instant bags are gone, which is great. And so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and I add a mineral highlighting powder because it highlights my face more than I already have it, which is great. So I use a Mary Kay highlighting powder as well. And so that's what it looks like. And what's cool about these is you can add them into a little compact that we sell, which is great because they just come out. And that's the same thing with our eyeshadows and stuff as well. So, and I have the pink tone, so I have pink porcelain, but we have many different shades and highlightings in this. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this with just a big puff brush. Not very like professional in my wordings or anything, but I'm going to apply that to the same side that I did all of the other stuff on. And you don't need a whole lot. So now it kind of lightened me up a little bit and gave me a better glow, and you can see that kind of on my cheekbone. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a bronzer, and this is a mineral bronzer. I have it in a Desert Sun with Mary Kay, and this is what it looks like. Alright, and so I'm going to apply this in a 3 on my face because it's going to give me more defined cheekbones. This is what it looks on the inside. So I'm the lightest. I'm just going to use this brush here and lightly swipe it across. And I'm only going to do it again on the side that I've been doing it on. And so I'm going to apply it here on the forehead and then on the cheek. And you want to go with this, I feel like you want to go underneath because that's how I apply it and it looks a lot better. And so I'm going to go ahead and apply this on the bottom. And you just want to just fluff it on. You don't want to cake it on at all. And so, yes, I just fluff it on, give it some good color. And then, so again, I'm doing the 3. So forehead down to the cheekbone and then down to the bottom here. So it's going to define you. And you just want to go in a fluff like this as well. So like this, cheekbone, down into a fluff. Alright. Alright, I feel defined actually. So that's that side. I feel like I have good shimmer and good glow. And compared to the other side, it's kind of crazy. But now I'm going to go ahead and finish the other side so you can see the difference. Let me get closer. You can see the difference in my face. And I'm not orange, which is great because of what Mary Kay does. We match it with foundation, so that's fun. So now I'm going to quickly go ahead and finish up the other side. I absolutely love this Mary Kay foundation as well because when I use the primer, the Mary Kay primer, I use less of it, so I actually run out of the foundation less. And I've had the same small tube of Mary Kay foundation for, I don't know, maybe 2.5 months, 3 months now, which is awesome because it's such a great product. And it really does give me really great coverage without actually noticing that I'm wearing a foundation. Because when you look at me in person, I look like I just have naturally flawless skin, which is great. I mean, because I'm veiny from having my son, so I'm a little, have some off shades and stuff. So now that I've done that, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did with the other one. I'm going to apply the highlighting powder, the highlighting pen under the eye. Put it, go ahead and apply it with your finger. I just want to blend it in really well. And I blend lower because I have that dark bag down below, like I said. Great. So now that I have done that, make sure it's all blended in even. Okay. It's my first video, so cut me some slack, guys. I am not really too sure how to do these. I've seen it done before, but it's like, I do Mary Kay, and I really just want women to understand how great our product really is, and so I just was like, oh, this might be a really great way to get it out. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing like I've done on the other side, which is adding that highlighting powder. That's just a light brush. We don't need a whole lot. Alright. And now the bronzer. The bronzer is my favorite because I don't use a, where did I put the brush? I rarely use a blush unless it's like a special occasion and I'm going out. Because I feel like with my tone, I'm too pink already, and so I don't want to look overly pink. So the bronzer just kind of gives me shade, gives me color, which is really wonderful because I need that. And so it's looking great. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and work on my eyebrows and then my eyes. I use a standard pencil for my eyebrows. Just I know my hair's kind of light, so I just lightly use a Wet n Wild pencil, the really cheap ones. I'm a cheap shopper if it's not Mary Kay. If it's not Mary Kay, then I don't really spend a whole lot of money on anything else. So I don't spend tons of money on my products at all, which is because I know a lot of women out there, like, I've seen videos and they're just like, oh, it's all the product that they talk about seems like they spent so much money on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't afford any of that. And so I started doing Mary Kay because I'm like, oh, suddenly I can afford to work through my company because I get discounted product. But now it's like I still see like, oh, I use MAC, I use all these expensive things, and I'm just like, I use $1, pencil stick, which is strange, and I could still get the same effect. And so I don't feel as guilty. And I know a lot of people watch these videos and like, oh, I can't do the same techniques as this lady did, because I know I couldn't do a smoky eye for the longest time. I looked like I gave myself a black eye. And I actually just practiced, and oh, that's my son. Hold on a second. Alright, so there's the eyebrows. I just kind of blended in a little bit. I do have darker eyebrows than I normally do. That's kind of like my natural look. This is kind of what I do every day, because I don't entirely do anything else other than this. And so if you just kind of want like a natural look, use a bronzer, put a liquid foundation on, or a mineral, whatever you prefer. But keep it simple, and because I think this is very proper for any occasion, to just kind of do a natural look. And so I'll finish with doing a more drastic look here in a little bit. I'll talk to you guys soon. If you like me, subscribe. But can't wait to hear some comments on this. Thanks. Bye-bye.